Hello, everyone. Welcome to Everything Football. Wait. Before you skip to the end to just check the team, I know a lot of people do that with fantasy football team selection videos. People skip to the end to just check the team. I'll just tell you right now, the team that you're going to see at the end of the video, that is not really my team. So you're only going to find out my real team if you actually sit through the video. So is that like a punishment? It's not really, but I know a lot of people do that with fantasy football team selection videos. So you're only going to find out my team if you actually stick through this video. So I'm going to go through the team selection, the captaincy, and also the predictions for match day one. This time, no longer 13 match days. We now have 17 match days, more teams, more games. Absolutely going to be fun. So I cannot wait. Let's get to what my team is looking like. It's going to be very, very difficult. Like there's a lot of players to pick, especially the forward players. Man, the league code is in the description as always. Make sure to click on that if you haven't joined yet so that we can compete throughout this season. Deadline stream as always. I'm going to be trying to do the match day one maybe on the Monday because might not be around on the but let's get straight into it so that I don't annoy the ones who've decided to stay. Let's see. Let's get to the goalkeeper. So let's start with the goalkeeper. So in terms of the goalkeeper, I am definitely going to go to the Juventus goalkeeper. If you saw my first draft, I'm definitely going to be sticking with the Juventus goalkeeper. Listen, Juventus are keeping clean sheets. They've kept several already this season. They're looking good, and it's only 4.5 million. I think that is such a very good price for a Juventus goalkeeper. I usually get those kind of prizes with the teams that are usually expected to finish third or fourth in their group. So getting this kind of goalkeeper from Juventus, who they'll probably finish in the top 8 of the table. I think that is a very good goalkeeper. And I think the first fixture against PSV and against Leipzig, Stuttgart, those fixtures are really, really nice all the way until Aston Villa and Man City. I think this is a really good fixture. So Trigoria is my first goalkeeper, and I've partnered it up with the Bologna goalkeeper. Bologna goalkeeper is the second goalkeeper I'm having in my team now. They're not going to be rotating well throughout the season, but obviously there's a World Cup that I'm going to play. There's a limitless I'm going to play, and it's very hard to get two goalkeepers who are going to combine well and they're perfect fits for your team all the way through to match day till the end of the league phase. It's very, very hard to get that. So I've partnered him up with Skorupski of Bologna. I think that is a good combination. And those are the goalkeepers that I'm going to stick with. Absolutely. Both of them, two 4.5 goalkeepers. I don't like spending more than 9 million on goalkeepers. The most I usually spend is like 9.5. Either I go with the 5 million goalkeeper and a 4 million goalkeeper, or I go 4.5 million goalkeeper, or I go with two 4.5s. Or if I go for a 5.5 billion goalkeeper, I look for a cheap one for like 4 million who might be playing for the smaller team. So that is my goalkeeper combination. Those two are the ones I am going to go for. Now, for the ones who skipped to the video to the end, they're not going to know about my Bologna goalkeeper. I'm going to put for them there. As a punishment for skipping the video, I am going to put for them there Perrin. Yeah, Perrin. Perrin is my goalkeeper for the ones who are going to skip to the end of the video. That is a good trick, right? I think every single fantasy football content creator should be doing that. Hey, thank me later. Let's get to the rest of the team. Defensively. Who am I going to go for the defender? So in terms of defenders, it's been a bit easier in terms of the defenders. Let's go to defenders here. So Juventus is the first team I'm going to go for. I'm actually going to double up on the defenders from Juventus, so the goalkeeper and one defender. Now, Cambiasso, I've seen, has been playing a couple of games basically as a winger, which is really exciting for a defender. So imagine he picks up an assist and also keeps a clean sheet. You're looking at something like 12 points or something like that, because the ball recovery is also included. And for a defender playing as a winger, they'll be going up and down. I think that is such a good prize for Cambiasso, and I think is a really, really good pick. So Cambiasso is definitely going to be in my team. So Cambiasso is my first defensive pick. But again, I'm going to do this again for the ones who are not watching the video, that skip to the end. I'm going to put for them Savona. Yeah, Savona is the guy I'm going to put for them. So all right, I'm not going to do that throughout the video. It's just to reward the ones who are going to watch. Thank you for supporting the channel. So let's get to it. Let's get to the next defender. So this one is real. Saliba is definitely going to to be in my team, no doubt about that. I have thought about Gabriel, especially after that performance against Tottenham over the weekend. Really, really incredible play in terms of attacking wise as well. But Saliba, for me, yeah, the ball recovery is very good. He had a lot of ball recoveries last season. He can also score. Arsenal can keep clean sheets, and 3 clean sheets out of 4 in the Premier League so far this season. William Saliba for sure is going to be in my team, so that's no doubt about that. The next defender that people have gone for, I've seen a lot of people going for, is the Dortmund defender. I had him from the first draft just because of those ball recoveries from last season. Schlotterbeck was incredible last season. I also had him in my Euro fantasy team. The first time I had Schlotterbeck was, I think, the second half of last season in terms of the Champions League. And then this Euros, I had him as well, I think, for the first 2 match days of the Euro fantasy. And he's incredible. He's incredible playing as a left, sometimes the left back, sometimes the left center back. So let's go to Borussia Dortmund. Schlotterbeck is the next player to be in my team. So yeah, Schlotterbeck next to William Saliba there for sure is going to be in my team, no doubt about that. Now, that is the only Dortmund defender I'm going to go for. But if there's people who skipped the end, as once again, I'm going to put for them Ian Quarto. Jan Quarto is the next player I'm going to put for the ones that watch the video, but Jan Quarto is not going to be in my team. Instead, the defender who's going to be there for Jan Quarto instead of Jan Quarto is going to be Grimaldo from Bayer Leverkusen. Bayer Leverkusen have picked Grimaldo as well. So Saliba, Cambiaso, Schlotterbeck, Grimaldo. That is my fourth goalkeeper, not that other Dortmund defender. That is for the ones who skipped to the end. And my fifth defender is going to be a cheaper defender because I've spent a lot of money there in defense with Grimaldo, Saliba, Cambiaso, and Schlotterbeck as well. So I'm going to go for a cheaper defender. This one is going to be in my team. I've looked for alternatives. I didn't really get too many. There is one at Salzburg I'm also looking for, Salzburg and Young Boys. So at Salzburg, I am going to pick this defender called Petkowski. Is a 4 million goal defender. He's been playing sometimes as a fullback, sometimes as a center back. And Salzburg have not played for a couple of weeks. I think the season is over or something. He's not played for a couple of weeks, so he's well rested. And their fixtures are really good. The Salzburg fixtures, if you look at the Salzburg fixtures, check this. Their fixtures are really, really good. So that is their first pitch against Sparta Prague, and then Brest, and then Dinamo Zagreb, Feyenoord. They're not really facing any top team, the ones that you're expecting to finish in the top 6, top 8. So Petkowski is the defender that I've gone for. So yeah, that is my defense, obviously, minus the other two that the trick ones. That those ones instead will be Cambiaso and Grimaldo. So that is my full defense, and the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper and the defense. Midfield wise, next up, let's go to the midfield. For the midfielder, as always, I'm definitely going to go for Bukayo Saka, although he went off like with a knock against Tottenham. Because he's on penalties and he's on corners and has to score from a lot of corners, and Saka is always involved in the play and is the one who's, when fit, is definitely going to start. I'm going to go with Saka in the starting lineup. Now, the rest, Odegaard is injured. Martinelli, you just never know. Martinelli might not play. That is the problem. He might be rotated, and then when he starts, he might get subbed off in the 60th minute. Trossard, just like Martinelli, you just never know if he's going to play or not. And now with Odegaard out, Trossard could play in midfield instead of as he could actually literally play as a midfielder, like in the central positions instead of a winger or as a forward player. And then Sterling, not sure if he's going to start. So the only player who's definitely going to start is Saka in that Arsenal midfield. So he's definitely going to be in my team, unless we hear that he has had a knock or something. Next up, my next midfielder is going to be from Bayern Munich. I've gone for Bayern Munich midfielder. Even before I watched them play against, is it Idanium or something over the weekend, I had thought of going for a Bayern double up because of that Dinamo Zagreb fixture, and then they went and put like 6 goals past them. I was like, yep, I'm definitely going to go for him. And the midfield I'm going to go for is for sure going to be Musiala. I've thought about Sane, but Sane hasn't been starting. Olise was also on the bench in the last game, so that is too much for me to take a risk on. So I am definitely going to go for Musiala from Bayern Munich. But I gotta do this again. The ones who skipped the end of the video, they are going to think I've gone for Iran Kunda. Iran Kunda. This is maybe the only time I'm going to do this, but I've never done this before. I just want to see whether it's going to work actually. So Iran Kunda, I know, why what annoys me the most is because usually people go and comment before they actually watch the video, and they're like, I said that in the video. Why are you asking me about this player? I actually said it in the video. So yeah, so I have gone for Musiala instead of that other guy called Irandunka or whatever. I've never even heard of him before. The next midfielder I am going to go for, as I said in the draft video, definitely Lamine Yamal. Now, you could say Rafinha is also a very, very good option, but I'm just going to go for Lamine Yamal because of this. Because, yeah, he's been very good the past 2 years, but also the 53% owned. The problem with losing out on players who, or not picking players who are being picked by more than 50% of the game, you're going to lose out. Now, this is unlucky. There's more match days, so you can make it up. Instead of 6 match days in the group phases, you basically have 8 in the league phase, and then another 2 in the knockouts, and then the knockout stages as well. That is absolutely fantastic. Literally from 13 to 17, that is absolutely fantastic. So Lamine Yamal is definitely going to be in my team, and then the next one is going to be I am going to go for Kun. So Kun is my next midfielder. The fifth one is not yet decided. I'm going to decide who the fifth midfielder is going to be, but I've gone for Kun from Celtic. Now, Kun from Celtic is a very, very good differential. He's been good for Celtic this season. So once again, if you're watching the video now, Kun could be a good one. A lot of people are going for Brian Gill from Girona, but Brian Gill from Girona is has a tough fixture against PSG away from home, and Kun has Slovan Bratislava at home. So that is a very, very good fixture for Kun. So that is a secret for you guys. Kun from Celtic is the one I'm going to go for in that midfield. But for the ones who are not watching the video, I'm going to give them a Dinamo Zagreb midfielder. That is going to be this guy here called who is it? Stajokovic. Let's go for this one. I like this name, Stokovic. Yeah. He probably doesn't play. That's why I'm also doing that. I'm picking players who are not going to play because I might embarrass myself. I might pick some random players and then they all end up getting 20 points and I actually didn't pick them. That would be a disaster. So I have to pick players who are actually injured and stuff. For the ones who did not watch the video, so so Djokovic is in the midfield for the people who they watch, but that position is actually Cone from Celtic. Now, the fifth midfield is not yet decided. I'm going to decide between the other teams, Lille, Sporting. Should I double up again with maybe Palinha from Bayern Munich? I'm also looking at for sure those 3-4 teams there. Maybe even a Liverpool player. I'm trying to see whether I can get Salah as well. That will be the fifth midfielder. Now let's go to the forward players. Definitely going to be in my team is going to be Kylian Mbappe. I have tried to decide between him and Vinicius because Vinicius is on penalties, but he does end up giving Mbappe a couple of them. But Mbappe is definitely going to be my team. Nothing to talk about really with Mbappe. They've not really started the season incredibly well. I watched them against Las Palmas and Sociedad recently. They won the game, good win against Sociedad second half. Both penalties though. But again, penalties are going to work for us in the Champions League fantasy. We love penalties. If he takes a penalty, absolutely fantastic. Now, the rest of the 2 positions have been very, very difficult to pick. Haaland is definitely going to be my team for 15 out of the 17 match days if they make the final. But for match day 1, I feel like it could be okay to go without him against Inter Milan. And now Inter Milan also lost to Mons over the weekend. Lost to Mons almost. They scored later on. I think Dumfries scored. But I really, really like the form of Harry Kane. So I'm really thinking of going for Harry Kane instead of Haaland for this match day. And that fixture against Dinamo Zagreb, I think I'm pointing towards 70% Harry Kane, 30% Haaland for match day 1. Now, the money that you can see remaining at the bottom is 22 million, but that is not the actual money that I have because you know about the other players that I've gone for. You remember our secret? Yeah, the other players I've gone for, that money is, I'm actually going to be left with 0 million in the bank. So it's going to be very, very difficult to choose anyone really. Choose anyone else who's more expensive in terms of striker. I should go for all 3, Mbappe, Kane, Haaland. It's going to be very difficult, and that is why my next striker is going to be Tell from Bayern Munich. It's actually not going to be Tell. It's going to be Gyökeres from Sporting. It's 100% going to be Gyökeres from Sporting. So if you watch the video until now, you know my exact picks. Hopefully you wrote them down or something. But I'm going to have a deadline stream as well. So there's that as well. I just want to see what is going to happen in this video when I do that. So that is my squad. Skorupski, Perrin, Pietkowski, Jan Koto, Schlotterbeck, Saliba, Savona, Saka, Irankunda, Yamal, Stokovic, an unknown midfielder, and then up front, Mbappe, Kane, and Tel. That is a good team, right? That is a very, very good team. 5 totally differentials. No one owns them at all. Yeah, that is my team. If you watch the whole video, you know the actual players I've gone for. So thank you for watching. Let me go now to the captain picks. Which captains am I going to go for? Now, listen, the captains are very, very hard as well. But for the first day, can I get the fixtures here? I can't get the fixtures here. For my players, they don't have like equal number of players playing on every single day. But the day that Harry Kane plays is definitely going to be my captain against Dinamo Zagreb. That is very obvious. Let me actually put it like this in terms of dates. So Harry Kane is definitely going to be my captain on the 17th. Mbappe does have a good fixture as well against Stuttgart, so he might end up being a captain for a lot of other people, but for me, Harry Kane for sure is going to be my captain. Like, he's banging hat tricks, assisting every single game. For the Arsenal day, if my captains have not scored yet, which I doubt, I'm going to go probably with Saka or something on the 19th, and then do I have anyone playing on the 18th? I don't really have any players playing on the 18th at all. We don't have too many good fixtures on the 18th. Let me just confirm that who is playing on the 18th. We have the likes of 3, 4, 5, 6. So Bologna, Shakhtar, I don't have anyone playing on that day. Sparta, Prague, Salzburg, Club Brugge, Dortmund, Celtic, Man City. Now, unless I try and get a Man City player, I'm happy to be the Man City player for that fixture against Inter Milan because I feel like Inter Milan are going to score. So on that day, I might just go with my Salzburg player. The Salzburg player I picked, the defender, I might just go for him instead. But now, for now, let me go to the match predictions for all the fixtures. Let's start with the Tuesday. Juventus, PSV, I'm going to go for a 2-0 win for Juventus. That is my prediction for that one. I think Juventus are very good defensively. PSV scored a lot of goals last season. I don't know if they're going to do that against Juventus. Maybe they could. It could be a 2-1, but I'm banking on Juventus to get a 2-0. Young boys, Aston Villa, I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw. Fast Aston Villa game in the Champions League for years. Against Young Boys, I'm just going to go for a 2-2. I think Young Boys, even though they're not a very good team, they have the Champions League experience, and at their place, the fans behind them and all that, I think we could see maybe a Young Boys scoring fast and Aston Villa equalizing, then Aston Villa scoring, and then Young Boys pushing at the end and getting a draw. It wouldn't be the worst of results for Aston Villa being their first game. The next fixture against Bayern is tough, but as long as they try and win the others. Bayern Munich, Dinamo Zagreb 4-0. For Bayern Munich, as I've already said throughout the video, incredible. So far this season, they really want those trophies this season. Vincent Kompany is looking good. AC Milan, Liverpool, I'm going to go for 1-1 draw. Liverpool lost the last game against Nottingham Forest. AC Milan, I saw them scoring 4 goals like in the first half of their game over the weekend. I think they're going to get a goal. A lot of people have said Liverpool are going to win this game 2-1, 3-2. I don't think there's going to be that many goals. I'm going to go for a 1-1. Real Madrid, Stuttgart, I wanted to go for a 2-0, but I'm going to stick with a 3-0 win. The next one is Sporting against Lille. I'm going to go for Sporting to win that game 2-1. Those are the games on Tuesday. So not too many clean sheets apart from Real Madrid. Okay, I'm predicting Juventus, Bayern Munich, and Madrid, Bayern Munich, and Juventus to keep clean sheets. The Wednesday, Bologna, Shakhtar have just gone for a 1-1 draw there. Shakhtar have more experience, so I would not be surprised if they get a second goal. I've gone for Salzburg to beat Sparta Prague 2-1 in that one. Next up, I've gone for Club Brugge to lose to Dortmund by 3-1. Celtic, Bratislava, it could be more than 1-0, but I'm just going to go for 1-0. I don't know what to expect from Celtic in the Champions League. They're usually not that great in the Champions League, but in terms of their season, they're banging in the goals this season so far. It's about 1-0 for them there. Man City, Inter Milan, 2-1 win for Man City. I know I've not gone for any Man City players. I might be swayed to try and get a midfield or something for Man City. Rodri is well rested. They've kept him for this week to play against Inter Milan, and Arsenal is well rested. Foden has been rested a lot this season. 2-1 win for Man City. PSG to beat Girona by 3-2. I think that's going to be a high-scoring game. Let me run through the next ones. Red Star Belgrade 0, Benfica 2. I'm going to go for Leverkusen to beat Feyenoord by 2-1. I'm going to go for Arsenal to beat Atalanta by 2-1. Arsenal keep a lot of clean sheets. I wanted to go for a clean sheet there, but Atalanta are really good, especially Lokman. They won the Europa League last season. They just beat, I think, Fiorentina over the weekend, 3-2 or something. Lokman, that goal assist, fantastic player as well. Atletico Madrid 2-1 against Leipzig. So a lot of 2-1s on that Thursday. And then the final 2 games, Brest against Sturm Graz have gone for a 1-1 draw. And then finally, Monaco, Barcelona, another high scoring game. I've gone for Monaco 2, Barcelona 3. So if that is the case, absolutely entertaining. We're getting Champions League games on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday this match day one. And listen, we can have 3 captains, we can switch things around. I wish we could have 3 goalkeepers as well. And fantastic, man. I cannot wait for it to get started. Longer Champions League season this time. You're going to get fixtures in December, in January. I cannot wait. Thank you guys for watching. And I'll catch up with you on the deadline stream.